You ever send a message you think is perfectly clear, except it creates more confusion? Now there are follow-up messages, there's tonality that's all misinterpreted, and what a simple meeting could have solved in 2 minutes has become a 2-day problem. That's what this video is all about, when communication breaks down in the workplace and why it breaks down in the workplace, whether it's over text message, Slack, email, or even in-person conversations. This is what happens even when people mean well. And I want to break this down into 3 common problems leaders, entrepreneurs, and executives deal with all the time, but don't slow down enough to notice. People are having the right conversation in the wrong place. They're sending an email when it should have been a phone call, writing a Slack message with no context, and sending a text message with too much emotion. And then they wonder why people feel rushed or cold or even misunderstood. Because not every message belongs in the same format. In the workplace, we default to whatever's fastest rather than whatever's clearest. And this is a big problem for leaders because when you use the wrong platform, detail, tonality, and trust can get lost. And once trust gets lost, this becomes an expensive problem because now you're cleaning up what you meant to say. What should have been a simple moment of alignment now becomes unnecessary friction. Problem number 2, people think that they're being clear when they're actually being vague. Take a look at this communication. Let's connect soon. Take a look when you can. Can you handle this? Let's revisit it later. What does all this mean? You're wondering, connect when? Take a look at what? Can you handle this? I don't know, can I? Or let's revisit this later. When is later and who has ownership of it? A lot of workplace frustration is not caused by incompetence, it's caused by unclear expectations. And vague communication is what leads to teams feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and sometimes just really misaligned. It's when leaders say things like, did you get this done? Or when is that gonna get done? Or did you meet the deadline? This kind of communication, it just kills momentum. And this kind of momentum killer is where things just start breaking down. People need to be led. They need direct communication. They need to know exactly what the expectation is so that you can move forward with your vision. People stay behind the screen way too long. They should be calling instead of texting. But leaders think that it's easier to text or write a message because they can control it, they can edit it, they can delete whatever they sent and maybe just delay the send. But the truth is that a lot gets lost in emails and Slacks and messages. A lot of emotion gets lost or tonality gets lost. And we need to stop and pick up the phone or have an in-person meeting. See, when trust and clarity gets lost in email and text, an in-person conversation, an in-person meeting can restore that trust and can restore the clarity that you're trying to share. So if communication feels like it's hard in the workplace, it's usually not random. It's one of these 3 problems. The wrong platform, lack of clarity, or you're staying digital for too long. And as a leader, it's really, really important that you communicate properly because your communication is what leads to trust and results. If this video resonated with you and you're a leader, an entrepreneur, or an executive, then hit the like button and subscribe to my content. This content is created to help you. Tell me in the comments, which problem resonated with you the most? I'm curious to find out. I'll see you next week. Stay happy and stay healthy.